what's left of the window, you see a bunch of more of these flat pancake-like things flowing down the window, breaking in, and they look like more of those assassin-looking dudes getting in.
Wink, wink. Good thing we got out of the dining room.
I was in the dining room when that happened.
Yeah, you probably just like flew towards underneath the foyer.
Did my camera make it?
Yeah, your camera came with you, of course.
Let's also add this. I just want to also say I ran out of film months ago, so this thing has not been recording the entire time.
So right now, here's the situation. If you look at the map, the stair hall and the dining room are completely destroyed. There's too much debris to access the museum, kitchen, or pool room from the dining hall or stair hall. Really, at this point, your only option is to go towards the library. If you were to escape this room, there's a bunch of assassins. Yeah, there's a bunch of assassins coming down what's like the hole that's been formed in the dining room, and they're starting to make their way into the building.
Real quick, just because I'm in front of the statue, does the statue of Everett have any sort of weapon that I can grab?
It has a golden Luger that is but only a statue, so it wouldn't actually. Your room is, if you look at the map, your room is close to the library, however. Then
There's a bar that way.
Yeah, you might have a gun in there.
Empty.
Yeah. All right, I'll run into the library, and then can I run all the way to my bedroom?
Does everybody else run into the library?
Yeah, I'll go with. And I'll keep my shield.
As you get into the library, Everett, suddenly you see these kind of like smoke bombs come down from the vents, and they start to fill the room with this kind of hazy smoke, which smells very familiar. You've smelled it before, twice now.
Opium.
It is nightmare opium, specifically.
I was
the
scared.
Stuff that causes you to hallucinate and see horrifying visions.
Oh God!
Like that's what we needed.
I say out loud, nightmare opium, also known as oh shit! I was trying to make a joke. What's that one liquor that has the deer on it? That's awful.
Jägermeister?
Also known as Jägermeister. and then I grab these guys and pull them into my bedroom.
Jägermeister.
Wait, so you're running through the library, and the library is kind of like this dense affair of rows upon rows of books. As you're running through the library, are you like trying to do anything to cover your noses or anything to see, or just is it? I'll
put like an arm over my nose, but I'll also say, they can't chase us into one of these books.
We'll
just crack open one of these and start reading.
So clearly he's already absorbed some of it.
I'm going to pull out my handkerchief out of the pocket.
Dave, I don't know that I have this written down, but I'm pretty sure I have a immunity to nightmare opium. I've experienced a lot of nightmare opium. Come on.
Me too.
There's only one person on this planet who does, and it's not you. In fact, he's trying to kill you.
It's Joe Pesci.
He's not even alive yet.
But a child.
Well, I have learned a technique in New Guinea where you shut off the access to your lungs. You breathe only through your nose, and you start by pushing out all the boogers and the mucus that's in your throat into your nose so that it can filter out.
How about this? Give me a...
Dave, I just explained perfect science.
It makes absolute sense. No, roll me a power check.
All right, 44. My power is 70, so good.
All right, so you do manage to kind of do exactly what you said.
Yeah.
Somebody taught you to do this. You're more aware of the situation now because it's happened to you twice at this point. Wink is not so lucky.
Wink's like face down on the ground, kind of half moving like this.
It's funny you mentioned that because Wink is not the only one in this room doing that. As you're running between the books, you see like what appears to be, there's so much smoke in the room, it's hard to tell, what appears to be some sort of log go between the book aisles. And then behind you, another one.
Doggy.
All right, wait, hold on. So Anton and Wink are both struggling with the gas?
Anton's got a handkerchief over his face, which is working for now.
Can I grab Wink? If Wink's struggling though, can I grab him and pull him towards the?
Just face down on the ground.
Yeah, you can try to pull him up and bring him closer. Do you still beeline for the door even though there's things in the room?
Yeah, I'm still heading towards my bedroom. Yeah.
Alrighty. Right before you get to the door from the smoke, right in front of the door, a giant eel just right into your face. Roll me a dexterity roll.
Right.
At least
Actually,
it's
all
not
of
a
you.
fox.
All of you roll dexterity.
Ooh.
You all get to the door. There's like a
I'm
brief
dragged to the door.
of this like big eel, but you manage to sideswipe it and like kind of elbow it out of the side, get through the door, and shut it behind you. So now you are in the.
I get right back up. We're out of the
I feel
glad I could help.
you are now in the hallway for the trophy room,
This room sucks.
and on the other side of the door, you hear it's like this and like a roar. It's like this eel thing is trying to like get through the door.
Are there
to get
any
to you.
large trophies near the door?
I thought we were heading towards my bedroom.
Yeah, you had to go through the library to do it. So right now you're where it says bar essentially, which is this little hallway that you could get to Everett's bedroom.
Oh,
from
I
there.
see.
Yeah,
Wait, you
there-
said trophy room.
the trophy room hallway. You see how it goes all the way down?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
see.
to the
Okay.
right.
All right.
Gotcha,
Let's grab some shots at the bar because we're here.
Just for kicks.
There's nothing in any of the bottles.
No!
No, we knew this. We still pretend.
Yeah. we still.
We have
We
a
just drink
Friday
it.
night
We don't even
cabaret.
drink water. We
There's-
just drink air. Like,
There's small amounts left. We can make Molotovs with.
year. I'm
Uh,
gonna become a dirtier, like rich air.
I like
as
that
the
I can
night goes
explain.
on. It's a fun year, yes.
I like that I can explain like any super silliness of this scenario as quarantine madness.
I was even gonna say like all the books have the pages ripped out. There's just pages. I
The floors
can't
that
get
go to
inside.
So as far as your story, you want a large trophy?
Well, I mean, we're not in the trophy room, but I mean,
There's
yeah,
still
one-
trophies in this hallway, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
then yes.
It's like just essentially a trophy hallway.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
statues
a
and
really tall one. Everett, why did you win this really tall trophy, and what does it look like?
oh, that trophy. Well, it's a very tall naked woman, and
Won
the
it for
reason I
being a
won
very
that-
tall naked
And
woman.
I didn't win it. I bought it because I liked it.
As he's explaining it, I'm bracing the door, but I still want to hear the explanation. I still want to hear the explanation. He's still
No,
Uh-huh.
It's a funny story. I won a hot dog eating contest in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And that's all they had. That's all they had for the trophies.
They ran out of other trophies.
Then,
They ran out of hot dogs.
It was a trophy store that put it on, and they said, "Well, you win, you take a trophy." And I said, "Well, I'll take that really tall naked woman." And he said, "Well, we figured."
It breaks in half as his wings try to
Terribly
jam,
made.
but it only
Really
bends, like,
terribly
so it's
made.
enough to
One of a
jam around
kind.
the- One of a kind. Made out of diamonds. But yeah, no, you managed to brace the door with the trophy. This hallway for now appears to be okay.
Where are we now?
I always thought it was
Same
quite
place.
trite.
So you want to go to Everett's bedroom, right?
Yeah. Well,
Nice try, Everett. I haven't fallen for this for 4 months, and I'm not gonna fall for it tonight.
I will pop into my quarters.
Oh yeah.
look at that.
Alrighty.
Look at that.
I will give
I didn't know I gave you one of those.
For going into your quarters. You open your
Your
quarters. What does
quarters.
your bedroom look like after 4 months of being? Well, you live here all the time. Like you're always.
so it's
here.
still very tidy. Everything's what you would expect a very clean, well kept bedroom to be. There's a bookshelf still full. Just the bed, a desk, and I also have a locker that I keep my my fun pastime toys in, which would be one of my rifles.
Oh, I was hoping it was
There
like a
you go.
BDSM kit.
No.
My BDSM sword.
So I'd like to unpack
Hard top.
my rifle.
There's like this whole really hardcore Evil Dead-esque assembly kit. Yeah, you have a rifle that has, I want to say, 4 bullets in it.
Okay.
Because you don't use it. You think 4 would be enough to stop a would-be intruder had they somehow miraculously managed to find their way all the way up here.
I usually spend my time practicing in the yard when no one's here because
or hunting
What
for
else?
dinner sometimes for an authentic Alps meal
for my bear shanks.
from a bear shanks.
Well, I go to my room, which is
in.
the bathroom right down there across the hall. Right
I was gonna say, Wink, you do have a bedroom in this house. It's just not in this building.
I wasn't sure if I had a
Yeah.
bedroom.
Normally, Week actually sleeps in the sleeping bag right next to my bed in Everett's bedroom.
Yeah.
No. Other way around. You there's a sleeping bag you've set out, but I've never slept.
You're not the alpha.
I refuse. I'm not some easy lay.
God.
Wink is playing very hard to get.
But Wink is not playing to get.
Wink's playing to get. Don't get it wrong.
Alrighty. So, did you want to go to Everett's room then, or Anton? You're in your room. Everett, are you just running to your room with Wink?
But
I stand in the doorway and I will be convinced.
So Everett, you open the door, and immediately the second you open the door, there's what looks like a cannibal. Like you're used to seeing the same ones that killed Schmitty. One of them, it raises its knife and it stabs you right in the chest.
What the fuck?
But then you blink and it didn't happen at all.
Oh, okay.
Maybe-
cool.
You're gonna have to try harder than that, Everett.
There's a cannibal in here. You're gonna have to try harder.
Not falling for that again.
Oh, it hurts.
But roll me a sanity roll really quick, Everett.
Oh, I just made it.
Just
Cool.
made it. So you're startled by this, and you aren't entirely sure what this vision was. Maybe a little bit of the nightmare opium seeped in before you were able to pull off your crazy technique. But it wasn't convincing enough to cause you to like fall down or freak out in any capacity. Just like it was weird, startling, but you recognize it for what it was, and that was just a hallucination.
I immediately turn to Wink and I go, "What?"
Just what?
What? I'm fine. Shut the fuck up, Wink. All right.
Well,
Alrighty. Would you like to roll
fine at all?
Would you like to roll
prefer a little bit of romance.
Would you like to roll a spot hidden to look for anything in your room that might be helpful?
Yes, please.
Alrighty.
Wait, but it's my room. So wouldn't I know where all the guns are?
It's
Is
been a
anything
weird couple
hidden?
of months. You're not sure if maybe you left them around the house. You know the spots too. Look, I'll
There's
let you roll
scratch
with
marks on
advantage.
the-
Let's put it that way.
There's animal marks on the floor and everything. They may have
Damn
stolen.
foxes took all of our guns.
Took all the guns. They're so clever, so sly.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I got 43, and my spot hit is nothing, so 25. Yeah.
25. So you're looking around. You unfortunately don't find any shotguns or anything, but you do remember that there is something in this room that you can use to your advantage.
Rocket
It's-
launcher.
It's underneath your bed.
Great. I'm gonna look there.
You find what looks like a little chest. It's like a little suitcase kind of looking thing. On top of it, it reads Schmitty. And I want you to take
It's a
1
corpse.
sanity damage.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so just 1 sanity damage for memories of your old cameraman who was eaten by cannibals on Cannibal Mountain, which in hindsight wasn't a great place to visit.
I'm sorry, Dave. Hopefully you can cut this out. But how does the sanity damage
It's
work?
at 70 now, right?
Yeah.
Just circle 69. Nice.
Oh, great. Nice.
Boys, gonna have to try harder than that, Everett.
9 and then 420.
You open this suitcase, and inside is Schmitty's Lucky Luger. It has 5 bullets. And what you notice about it, you never really looked at Schmitty's Luger before because, I don't know, you kind of locked it up and left it under your bed and kind of wanted to forget about it or try to in your grief. But looking at Schmitty's Lucky Luger, you notice that there's a strange insignia carved on the barrel that looks like a star with a flame in its center. And maybe that's why Schmitty considered it lucky. But I guess not so lucky because it
Do I know what that
didn't save
means?
his life.
Do I know what that means?
You aren't entirely sure. You think maybe Schmitty made it up. Like it's definitely carved in, like hand carved, like not printed or anything like that. So Schmitty must have done it himself.
It was a star with a flame in it? Is that what you said?
It is a star with a flame in the middle of it.
Cool. Sweet.
And that's all you find in Everett's bedroom.
Sounds like a fucking cool gun.
It is a pretty cool gun because it's a Luger and it has a shitty thing on it.
It's got 5 bullets. I can kill 5
bullets.
people.
There is Wink.
You have to try harder than that.
Wink, you're sitting in the trophy room hallway when all of a sudden the trophy room hallway explodes. Just like, again, debris everywhere, blocking the hallway. So what you see where it says linens in that hallway with the bathroom? That basically, there's too much debris now to go down this hallway. But the veranda door is open. It like blew off of its hinges, smacked against the wall, and the veranda door is now open.
Everett, there's a draft in here too. Have the help close the door. I'm talking to the floor though.
I'll come out of my room upon hearing
you're
it
closer
with
to
the
him,
rifle. I'll come out of my room just with the rifle, like looking down the sight upon hearing the explosion.
Alrighty, yeah, you don't see what caused it. You aren't entirely sure what may have caused it, but the hallway is smokes now. It's just gone. But the veranda's open.
Beautiful view, especially this time of year.
I will shout for Everett to come with as we need to escape all of the smoke.
Yeah, you hear the door to the library. It's starting to move, but the trophy's keeping it braced. You can still hear the heel on the other side, but you also hear some of those crazy, weird assassins are maybe trying to get their fingers between the door. Sometimes they do, but then the door shuts and you hear them go, "Ah!"
The ne'er-do-wells are blowing up the house.
I think the ne'er-do-wells are taking care of the house.
I casually just aim the gun at Wink.
You're gonna have to try harder than that, Everett.
All right.
Hands on.
All right, can I run into my room and get these idiots and go to the trophy room?
Yeah, well,
Which idiots?
You'd have to go through the veranda to try and see if you can get to the trophy room because the hallway is now destroyed. But yeah, you look out onto the veranda and you notice, the veranda is. You see how the veranda has 2 doors in and out. There's one where you are, and then you can get around the debris and get back into that hallway. The problem is that the veranda is barely holding itself together after that large explosion. Like, some of the bricks are just kind of like falling off, and it doesn't look like it has much time sticking around. So, if you want to cross the veranda, I'm going to have you roll for me.
All right, great. I'm pretty good at climbing, right? So,
yeah, I mean, it doesn't... if you have suggestions of things you can roll to get across, lay them on me.
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess climb, although that's a little risky. Can I use my dexterity to climb?
Yeah, you can use instead of climbing, you would use your dexterity to kind of hop on the parts of the veranda that are still existing to see if you can get across them fast enough before they fall in.
All right, let's do that.
I'm going to need it for Anton and Wink, too. How do you get across the veranda?
I will also go with just a dex roll.
Alrighty. You're going to try and hop and follow Everett's lead kind of thing?
Yeah.
Wink, what do you do? Oh, you're muted.
Same thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of, and I already rolled actually, but
Okay.
I'm gonna do a dex.
So did everybody succeed their dex rolls?
I did. Yeah, I did.
Nope, I'm gonna use 20 points of luck to succeed.
Jeez.
Atta boy.
So you're hopping across and it's starting to fall apart. The other thing you notice as you're out on the veranda, you make a brief glimpse to see what's going on in the snow, and another missile just sails right across the house. Or it's a rocket. It's not a missile. And then through the blizzard, you start to see what's doing it. And there's these flying fish creatures that are starting to fly in towards the house, and one of them has a rocket launcher on it, and it takes another pot shot at the house. But luckily, the second you get into the doorway from the veranda, you feel the veranda just explode as one of the rockets from these flying fish just kind of takes off and completely destroys what's left of the veranda as you get inside. But there's an open doorway to where the veranda once stood, and there's a bunch of flying fish creatures kind of hitting the side of the wall now, and some of them are trying to get into the doorway. And they have like little knives that they pull out of their back, and they're like,
there are a good amount of these flying fish.
There's a good amount of them out there, but only 2 of them seem to have made it to the door. The other ones, they're flying fish, so they aren't graceful. Like if they're more like they fall.
We're in the trophy room.
Now you're in the trophy room. Yes, the museum is directly across from you, and yeah, there's the trophy room that is also there.
Okay. Well, I think we should. Is there anything in the trophy room that we can take here?
Roll me an idea check.
Yeah, no, I lost. I'm
Oh,
dumb.
okay.
I'm too dumb, Dave.
There's something in the trophy room. It's not a weapon. You can't remember what it is though. But it's not. It's you don't have to use it. But there is something in there that you can't quite remember. But yeah, no. However, Anton might remember. He lives here.
Oh yeah, Anton boy, Garcon.
Should I be rolling the same idea check?
Sure. Yeah, you can roll an idea check with advantage. You live here.
I got a 31 out of 80.
You remember there's a trick fireplace in the trophy room that could lead you to the what's it called? The upper level of the museum. That could get you to the biplane, to the gondola port. But yeah, there's also a fish guy that just kind of hops into the hallway as you're remembering that. He's like, ha!
I will. Well, I'd probably like to ready my rifle at him.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
You can use what's it called? Firearms.
Yeah, I got a 14 out of 45.
You got a 14 out of 45. So you shoot it, and this thing is kind of small. What you manage to do to it, it doesn't kill it, weirdly enough. You aren't entirely sure why. The bullet kind of like pierces it a little bit because it's such a strong gun, but then it kind of like, you noticed it crumpled up and falls to the floor, but the force of it kind of cracked this thing's ribs a bit, and it just goes and it falls down face first and dies. But another one's trying to get into the doorway. It's like...
I suggest we move with haste to the trophy room.
So you make your way to the trophy room, like the actual trophy room. There's trophies just everywhere. The whole room is almost gold. There's a fireplace in the middle of it that has like just this bust of Everett in the middle on top of the frame of it.
I will just hurry over to the secret door and just like, we need to move.
Yeah, you pull you turn Everett's nose on the bust of him, and it just turns sideways, and then the what's it called? Fireplace kind of like that, like the whole wall that the fireplace is on. And then you feel the breeze and the snow kind of come in as it leads straight to the gondola port.
I will just go. I won't hang around.
Towards the gondola port?
Yeah, so this secret door leads directly to the gondola port.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow. I wanna go.
Alrighty. So
I hesitate before going to the gondola port. But then I follow them.
But until I turn around and wink at Wink, and then he comes.
You're gonna have to try harder than that.
There's like 2 flying fish guys that jump into the hallway, and they're like, as they see you get through the secret door.
Oh, fine.
When you get outside onto the gondola port, you hear a large explosion. The blizzard is very kind of hard to see through, but there's something out there in between the mountains that is Everett's house, essentially this 3-building house that's separated by gondola ports. And you see there's 2 gondola tracks. One of them leads straight to the biplane hangar, and another one leads to building 2, which would eventually lead to the biplane hangar. The one that leads straight to the biplane hangar you see like the rope for it just kind of going off into the distance and kind of disappearing into the blizzard. But then the rope for it just kind of like, you hear an explosion, just that's kind of distant. And then the rope that leads to the biplane hangar just kind of, and then it like kind of snaps back into the building, destroying some of the building. And in the fog and the like blizzard, you can see what looks like just a gigantic tentacle. And like something just like massive just like roars. And then another tentacle kind of like lands on the gondola port that you're sitting on, and there's like a couple of those flying fish things just sitting on it. There is a gondola sitting here for you guys to be able to get on, that leads to building 2. But the one that leads straight to the biplane hangar is now gone, and there's a tentacle full of these little flying fish guys that are sitting on it. And they
What absurd beasts are these?
I'm gonna walk off to the edge of the hangar and pee. I'm gonna let you guys decide what to do next.
the flying fish are like, ha! And then you're just gonna like, oh, you're going to the bathroom. You drag him along wherever you go.
Yes.
Well,
figured
I mean,
we'll get
it's
on the
either
Get on the
stay
gondola.
at a collapsing fiery building or go on the gondola.
Yeah, so you all run to the gondola. Everett, like, between the quarantine madness and maybe slightly inhaling some of the nightmare opium, doesn't really know. He does walk over and unzips his pants, but you just grab him by the collar and pull him in.
You're gonna have
to
to
the
try
gondola.
harder than